Sheltering in place may extend your days on this earth. But if you must isolate yourself from all the things you love just to protect yourself from potential harm, then all you are doing is merely existing. Sad fact though, the problem for many challenged Americans, staying at home seems to no longer be simply a matter of choice, nor does it seem to offer any other options. If you feel you can no longer seem to find it within yourself to overcome the growing litany of physical and mental limitations in your life, you must instead take a few moments to step back and understand that there is still a spark within you that you can either ignore or you can ignite. Let me help you draw upon the embers that should be your beacon of light and not the ashes of your dreams. You can let the challenges in your life give you the justification to withdraw further from society, or you can look deeper within yourself to find the opportunities. Sheltering in place, for example, is a perfect example to not even try to see the possibilities before you. You shouldn't limit your notion of sheltering in place to belonging only to a single apartment or house, but rather you need to be able to open your mind to all the possibilities. Realize, if you will, the greater your imagination of how much space you could in fact occupy and still be sheltering in place. Not merely the restraints of a limited amount of space. Consider also that while you're practicing social distancing, isolating yourself from possible harm shouldn't mean you need to be living alone. Just as you are practicing social distancing, there are companion animals forced to live a life where social distancing is the only life they know. But rather, your space could also be a place of cohabitation for an emotional support companion animal. A place where you could always have the knowledge that a companion animal will always be there waiting for you, to love you unconditionally, who will always be there waiting to give you pure love. A place where you would be glad to call home. A place you would look forward to returning to, where you know you have a special friend, a devoted family member, a loving, emotional support companion animal, who I can guarantee with any amount of love you give, they will always give back triple. They will devote their life to you, always waiting faithfully to love you and be loved by you. For those who don't already know me, a large part of my backstory began a quarter of a century ago, when a pregnant stray dog found her way down our lane. Mama Brown, as we came to call her, was a feisty old gal who had a very difficult pregnancy. She eventually gave birth to 11 puppies. The majority were stillborn. Others were severely deformed and endured short, agonizing lives. Their cries still haunt me every night. One light brown puppy was breathing in a labored way and barely moved for his first day on this earth. But early the following morning, he growled. He clearly had the spirit of a fighter and reminded me of the Scooby-Doo character Scrappy, which inspired his name. Scrappy had a big heart. He had more heart than sense. He would start fights with much bigger male dogs, but his big heart made him capable of being more than just merely a friend. He became a part of me. Wherever I went, he would go. When I sat anywhere, he would lie across my feet and not budge until I got up. I grew up with dogs and cats always in the home, and while I loved every one of them, Scrappy went way beyond every level of connection I ever knew with any other sentient. His unconditional love taught me how to love unconditionally. His origins gave me a deeper realization of how easily a tossed away dog or cat that to someone else seemed to be expendable. Had the people who once had Mama Brown chosen a different path, she would not have ended up here and would not have become such a valuable contribution to our family. Have you ever truly bonded with a dog or cat? And you know what I mean when I say Scrappy was and is my kindred spirit. It would seem he became a beacon of light. Because after he came, the number of refugee dogs and cats who found their way here increased. The crawl space under the house became a maternity ward, where a string of lady dogs would come and have their puppies. Have you ever truly bonded with a dog or cat? Then you know what I mean when I say Scrappy was and is my kindred spirit. It would seem he became my beacon of light when he left this physical world, because after he came and went, the number of refugee dogs and cats who found their way here increased. The crawl space under the house became a maternity ward, where a string of lady dogs would come and have their puppies. If home is where your heart is, and your heart is where you and your kindred spirit, dog or cat, can thrive, then I want to help you. My Elder Leadership Project is designed exclusively with you in mind. If you are that unique senior human companion who, like me, truly shares your life with a companion animal. If you are such a person, I'm looking forward to featuring you in a campaign that will provide you and your companion animal with a dream home and with a complete surprise package of products and support services. Tell me what your dreams of the type of life you would like to share with your emotional support companion animals if you could.